Oh, body to another show. We
Happy
are back.
Wednesday.
We're back. The the mountain of Caucasus member that we have is impaired with his familia right now, so
He's
y'all
over
gonna have
there.
to just deal with us alone right now.
He's on the mountains of Caucasus
He's on the
cooking some
mountain of
unseasoned
Caucasus.
chicken.
Taking care of his tribe.
Today we're going to be talking about Miss AOC and the now ousted Jamaal Bowman.
How funny
He
is
lost his bid, which is even though it's to a Democrat, at least he's not a progressive Democrat. He's a moderate Democrat, and we'll see if it actually means anything. But at least it's not Jamaal Bowman. So we're gonna start off today with some hilarity to introduce the type of what you're gonna see, because what they do is the code. Is it code switching? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
AOC especially, she brought out her best black impersonation.
Girl, baby girl.
Baby
Girl.
girl. So here is our intro to what's to come. Okay.
I'm gonna have a yard bird burnt to a crisp.
This is her.
Then I need you to spit on that with a little bit of that hot Tabasco, and I'm gonna wash all that down with a 40 dog or slip malt liquor.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't believe we have slit malt liquor.
That's us watching AOC, and then she says,
No slip malt liquor! No slip malt liquor! Well, ain't that some shit? How you gonna run a successful business and you ain't got no slip malt liquor? You ain't keeping it real. You ain't keeping it real.
"You ain't keeping that right."
Keeping it real.
My
Baby girl. Baby girl.
It is a category.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus,
Hey.
man.
Oh, jeez.
that I figured we'd introduce you to, because trust me, that's pretty much what she's done. Okay. I'm
What
going
she
to mute
does.
the song that's going to be playing in the background, but this was their intro to come on stage. And of course, they have to play proverbial rap music to get the crowd hyped because they're in New York, and the stereotype is, So here's the rally, and I'm gonna, when she starts talking, I'll let you hear her.
Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
That's it gets louder. Here she comes back.
Her throat. Drink some water. So aggressive.
It's
So
so
aggressive.
You ready to win this country back? Are you ready to fight for peace on earth? A ceasefire
Quick question: does anybody
There's a
understand
lot
a
there.
word she's saying?
No, I
I
just heard a
pick up
bunch of
bits and pieces.
cackling.
I
I heard
no words?
Gaza.
I
I heard
heard
Gaza.
Gaza too. Yes.
Yeah.
I heard take back our borough, but it was already hers to begin with. I heard fight
Take our
for the-
country.
yeah, fight for the future. Is it take or
Yeah.
fight? I can't tell.
I think it's take our country back.
Okay. I also heard something about Gaza.
I'm gonna let her finish now.
Let's real quick. Thank you everybody so much for joining us. I am so thrilled, so excited to be in organizing with each and every one of you. Let's hear it again. And
What's the agent doing back there?
Check real quick. $11.99. Are you out here in the
Paid.
building? Teamsters, you
What's
out
the
here?
Boba Liberal doing
Teamsters?
back there?
Listen to this carefully.
UAW, let's hear for UAW.
You hear that? Let's hear for UAW. Oh man, for UAW.
What does that have to do with the boroughs?
Cringy.
Nurses, we got our nurses union out here. AFSME, where you at, AFSME? DC 37, you in the building? Thank you all so much. And is the Bronx in the building tonight?
The building.
I thought you were outside.
The building.
Wait, what? What?
AOC,
wrote
you're
that?
outdoors, girl.
Yeah.
Girl, baby girl, you are outside.
Oh my God.
You in the
man.
yard,
she
not
did
the
not.
building. She
Lexi
needs to
from
say,
the
we
block.
out chair. We out chair.
We out in the house.
Out in the house, Hizzy.
building.
For those of you who come from all the way outside of this borough, I want to thank
Outside.
you for coming and joining us. Brooklyn, come to a borough check. We
Look, I'm gonna say this. Black people, let me talk to y'all real quick, man. Listen, why do you guys allow this kind of crap? Like, for real, why? I'm just asking, why is this why? You know she don't talk like that.
No.
She does not talk like that. She is pandering and thinks that if she can speak a certain way, she is being black.
Yep.
That's racism.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Okay, cultural appropriation. Isn't that what y'all like to say?
are you in the building?
You're saying?
And that just goes to show you what she thinks about people of color. She thinks
nothing.
she thinks that low of us, that she thinks all of us talk like that. There's probably some very educated black people in that audience watching, looking at her like, you know, like what did you say? You know, you don't have to get up there and talk like that, man, to try to relate. She's making a fool of herself. I'm
Hillary
sitting
Clinton
here like,
5.0. Yep.
While being a woman of color herself, because she is in fact Hispanic.
She's Hispanic in name.
We got Manhattan, you in the building?
It's not a building.
Staten Island, anybody from Staten Island is always what happens. We got Westchester, anybody from Westchester out here?
you.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking
Are
about.
we ready to take on APAC? Are we ready to kick some Wall Street ass?
Ooh.
I don't know how you're gonna do that though.
So edgy.
They tried it. It was called what was it? It was called that one movement. The what was it? They
Yeah, I can. It's on.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Starts with
Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But
yeah.
What does APAC
Have to do
with the Bronx? Absolutely nothing. You got a lot of people that are out there right now that are probably supporting her, just wanted to go hear, you know, cackle, that are asking the same question, like, APAC, what the heck is APAC? What does that have to do with here in the boroughs? They don't want to hear that. That's the problem with these people like her. They get out there and they talk about everything else except what's going on in their district. And then they wonder why their districts are crap. I'm just saying.
Because we are tired of having corporate lobbies trying to buy up our communities and sell them to the highest bidder. We're not doing that anymore.
How? Okay. Who's allowing that?
Yeah.
Here's my question. New York is blue. Am I wrong?
Yes.
You're
right.
It's run completely by Democrats. Am I wrong?
You're right.
So who is allowing it? How are you coming to fight when you're part of the reason it's happening? You're a part of the whole party that is over New York. If you think there's something going wrong in New York, y'all are the one that have to fix it. What are you coming to fight?
Mhm.
Isn't that your job there, AOC?
I mean, she's worried about big corporations, but last I checked, and you can pull this article up there, whoever can take it from the Times. Isn't she the one that blocked the ability of having the Bronx gain 25,000 jobs?
This.
I remember.
So what big national corporation is he trying to fight?
At New York.
Because this would have given the Bronx 25,000 jobs, paying at a minimum of $15 an hour, which is the minimum wage, right? That's what she's fighting for, is it not?
Andrew Cuomo called it a lost economic opportunity. The dispute between two Democrats lay bare a divide over the plan to offer $2.8 billion in tax break for Amazon to establish a major presence in New York City. On one side, old hands like Cuomo. On the other, the newly insurgent, left-leaning wing represented by
Alexandria
Ocasio-Cortez. So you come in to change stuff, but you still do the same crap and worse. Really? Did you change anything? Well, you did. You did it for the worst. Yeah. You did it for the worst.
Yes, she did. That's what they do, though. That's what Marxists do, man. They're not there to improve people's lives. They're there to make life harder. They don't care about putting extra money in people's pockets. They only care about what the corporation is gaining. They're not thinking about the little person, only looking at the big person. Well, you know, they're getting all this money, but what about the little people? Well, the little people have jobs. You ever thought about that? You ever think about the little person down there that wanted that job, that needs that job? You're thinking about all the rest of the stuff that they don't care about. You care about that while you're making millions and millions of dollars streaming in their mic.
Kickbacks.
Well, she's still making money off of Amazon. Amazon just doing the money somewhere else. She doesn't care about the district she's representing.
Good, because we are tired of having corporate lobbies trying to buy up our communities and sell them to the highest bidder. We're not doing that anymore. We all know why we're here. We all know what the stakes are here. We have enormous outside influence. They're trying to buy our representation because they don't like who we chose to represent us. But we know that the person that is best suited to represent New York 16th District is Jamaal Bowman.
You mean the guy that pulled the fire alarm? That guy? Okay.
It is Jamaal Bowman.
Okay.
Now I want to talk brass tacks with y'all, because it's not just Jamaal.
My goodness. I want to talk brass tacks with y'all.
She don't know nothing about no brass tacks.
Now I want to talk brass tacks with y'all, because it's not just Jamaal Bowman.
There it is.
And she said, y'all. Y'all. She don't talk like that.
Woo! AOC, man. Wow.
We've got folks all the way up and down the ballot. I would be remiss, and my team would be remiss if I didn't say we also have a primary out here in New York 14 too. Ironically enough, our challenger, my challenger, is also a former Wall Street banker from Jamaal's district. He's from Dobbs Ferry. He couldn't even tell you what trains run through New York 14.
And you could?
Now, I want to talk to you about what's going on here.
Please do.
Because our brother, Jamaal Bowman, is under attack.
Is he?
And I want to tell you why he's under attack.
Please do.
Come on.
We do have his back, don't we?
They're so enthusiastic, especially this guy right here. He's so stoked out of his mind.
You mean the guys that are paid back there to hold them signs?
Oh, yeah, like,
signs? You see how the signs look the same? Yeah, so it's so
minimum effort.
He is under absolute attack, not just from these big lobbies and not just from big money, but from the underlying forces that have been trying to decimate our community for decades. For decades.
Trying to? Okay, listen. How long has the Bronx been trash?
I went to the Bronx back in 1997-6, and it was trash.
So you I'm not saying the
people. Yeah, I'm not saying the people now. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying just the whole
condition
environment.
Yeah. Look, I went around the same time. I went in 97 to 98, right? Mm-hmm. And I went down. I visited the Bronx. I went to Queens. Went to Flatbush. I went to all the local locations where the Caribbean people congregate, right? And it was a scary scene then. I will tell you, the only place that made me want to move to New York was downtown New York. Then I investigated New York and I said, that ain't happening. I'm not stepping foot in New York to live for nobody. So that changed my mind real quick. The night before I left, every light on the street was on, so you could even get a dark room. I was like, yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. I'm not. I'm not moving to New York.
Mhm.
Nothing about New York is appealing anymore. So why would anybody think that, oh, yeah, we want to go to New York as a place that nothing's happening in New York anymore? The same thing with California.
And I was going to say that. I mean, if you look at New York, how they show you on TV and they show you Manhattan, they show you all the lights and the camera and all the beauty, all this tourist stuff.
Yeah.
They don't show you the real stuff. That's just like in LA, you know, whenever they take those pictures of downtown LA, they always show you, you know, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Chinese Theater, all, you know, the stuff. But right down the street is Skid Row. They ain't going to show you that. You know, they're not going to show you that stuff. So, yeah, what they show you on TV, that's about the best you're going to get. And even that's not good because it's very touristy, very expensive.
Let's hear the cackling parrot. See, if you can't hear her, just turn up your radio because this is as loud as it gets.
Yeah.
He is being primaried by racism.
Oh,
He
come
is
on.
being primaried by greed. He is being primaried by corruption of our politics.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Again, I will go back to the fact that New York is not red, not even a little bit. It is red. It is blue to purple. There might be like 5,000 to 10,000 people that might vote red before you showed up, AOC. So you're not. There's no racism involved in this unless it's coming from your people.
Yep.
I'm glad you're saying it though, because at least you recognize that your own people are doing it.
Yep.
And we cannot let them win. This place and this park is of profound importance.
Is it?
It is a lot of personal importance, not just to me, but to this borough. And I want to explain that to everyone here today.
Please do.
I want everybody to take a look around this community. Take a look at these buildings and what we see around here in St. Mary's Park. And I want to talk about why that's important. My dad grew up just a couple blocks away from this very park.
I bet he did.
He grew up when the Bronx was burning.
A little of this protects you from a lot.
When the Bronx was burning?
Yes, when the Bronx was burning. What year was that? When was Bronx on fire?
Can somebody explain that to me?
Yeah,
what does she mean that it's burning? Maybe I missed something.
She's what, 30, 36, 37?
I don't think she's that old. Is she that old?
She's got to be mid-30s. Mid-30s, so her dad would have had to have
34,
her back.
Yeah.
And so her dad had to have her back in the 80s. So 70s.
The 70s was when they said it happened.
72.
It's when the Bronx was
19
burning.
dead, 9 children after fire engulfs. A malfunctioning space heater blamed in Bronx that killed 10 people. It wasn't the Bronx that was on fire.
It was a space
apartment. It was one apartment complex. What are you talking about?
What is she done? Oh my God. And people are going to eat this up. That's the problem. You know, unlike us, what do we immediately do, Marlon? The minute she said, we looked it up and fact checked it ourselves. There are people that are watching her right now or at that event that believe what she said. Unless you got some real Bronx, you know, some real people from the Bronx that are looking at her like, what? When did this happen? I've been here. I've been in the Bronx 30, 40, 50 years. I don't remember that. You know, she's pulling on them heartstrings, telling lies.
Weirdo.
And it's important for everyone here to know what that means, that the Bronx was burning.
Yeah, please.
Because 50 years ago, as many of our families played on these blocks, these buildings around us were collapsing. They were set. Whoa, we are right here. Okay, they were set ablaze, and they were collapsing into rubble.
Wow.
50 years ago.
So that was 1974.
Yeah, right.
1974.
But the buildings weren't collapsing.
No.
Like I'm. Okay, let me bring this up. Okay, let me bring this up real quick.
Okay.
I think we need to. As we go, we're going to end up being the fact checkers for her.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
This is exhausting.
The fire consumed. This fire began in an apartment that spans 2 floors on the 2nd and 3rd floor of the building. It started in a malfunctioning electric space heater. That was the cause of the fire. The fire consumed that apartment that is on 2 floors and part of the hallway. The door to that apartment, unfortunately, when the residents left, was left open. It did not close by itself. The smoke spread throughout the building, thus the tremendous loss of life and other people fighting for their lives. So we are investigating where everyone was found, how the smoke traveled, but certainly the marshals have determined through physical evidence and through firsthand accounts by the residents that this fire started in a bedroom in a portable electric heater.
I'm also reading a story that back in the late 70s, there's this rumor going around that landlords were burning down the buildings for real estate, money grabbing purposes. And so there's that.
Let's find it. 28 unbelievable 1970s photo. Let's look at this. July 1977. The average temperature was a miserable 10-day heat wave, 97 degrees, terrifying citywide, equally heat. So it was hot. Okay. A man walks through the rubble in the borough in 1976. 97% of these buildings to fire and abandonment between 1970 and 1980. So let's do one thing here. Watch this. Okay. Watch this. So let's find out one thing here. Oh, this ought to be good. List of mayors. Okay. Let's find out something here. We're looking at 1970 1970s, right? Okay, let's find out who was in charge then. In 1974, Democrat Abraham Beam.
Oh, well.
Till 1977. All right, and then before him was John Lindsay. He became a Democrat from 59 to 65.
Oh,
after him was Ed Koch, and he was there for 12 years, Democrat. David Dinkins, Democrat, for 4 years. Is that the
same Koch as the Koch brothers Koch?
Yes.
So
let's talk about something real quick about her questioning of the things being burned down. Let's assume that she's talking about the way that the Bronx was back in 1974 and 73, where it was all broken down. Who was your governor? I don't see how you, being the ones behind the whole scene, can come back in and fix when you had the chance and you were the one that allowed it to happen.
Yep.
You see, people won't happen to talk about this. Look, they don't want to talk.
No, and she won't get up there and say who was in charge. Why? Because she's part of that platinum. She's part of that.
It's her team.
That group.
Yeah.
It's her team. So instead of saying Democrats were in charge back in the time when the Bronx was burning, she won't say it. But people are going to find out. Hopefully they watch the show and they see the truth.
The impoverished, crime-ridden, and decaying New York City of the 1970s bears almost no resemblance to the booming metropolis of 2019. In 1977, the unemployment rate in the city was 2.5 times what it is today. Again, what is the underlying thing? Your people were in charge of New York City during that time. It is just mathematically impossible for you to blame anybody else but your party. You can't say the switch that you say happened in the 60s, right?
Yep.
So by the time the Democrats took over New York, which they had full control of, except for in Giuliani and a couple of before him, but the Democrats ran New York. So if you're going to blame anybody, blame your party. And you want me to put that party back in again? ¿Por qué? AOC, ¿por qué?
And speaking of Giuliani, what was one thing Giuliani did being a right-leaning leader of that state? What is he known for? His big thing.
Hard on crime.
Hard on crime, going after the mob. So he was taking crime off the streets. He was trying to clean up New York. Then you get these buffoons in there now, and it's riddled with crime all over again. Democrats are ruining your cities. When are you guys going to understand it? Stop blaming conservatives. Stop blaming the president. Stop blaming the governor. Your mayors and your district, the people that are in charge of your districts, are ruining those areas. Period.
So let's look at something before we start back to her speech. Because if ain't nobody gonna fact check her, we gonna fact check her.
It was the summer of 1977. The race for mayor between Koch and Cuomo was getting nasty, and everyone in the city was looking over their shoulder, fearful one of the country's most notorious serial killers had them in his sights. Just when it couldn't get any worse, came the blackout. For 2 days, more than 7 million people were left in the dark.
Huh.
Jeez.
Now, if you listen to the names, Koch and Cuomo,
Yep.
both Democrats, and his son later became mayor. Right? You understand this? This is no longer about the party of the Republicans. This is about the party of the Democrats. They were in charge of New York since the 60s, 70s, 80s. Wasn't until the 90s, late 90s, that a Republican took over, and he only got one term.
Yep.
Before went to De Blasio, right?
Yeah, if y'all can't see, she is talking about her own party, but she won't name names because she knows that if she says it, they won't get the voting. And they shouldn't. They really shouldn't. But let her continue. Maybe she's gonna be honest about something. Perhaps. Maybe.
Spoiler alert.
Catastrophe was brought on by decisions made at the highest levels of power to decimate our community.
No, it wasn't, AOC.
No.
Does history just anyway?
Yes.
Puerto Rican and immigrant families moved in here to start a life. Robert Moses constructed the Cross Bronx Expressway. And it was designed as a gash to decimate and disconnect this community from itself, our community from ourselves.
Okay, let me.
She grew up in Westchester. Westchester is part of the 14th district, but it is a bougie area.
What I'm lost on is you say it was separating the community from yourself.
What year did that expressway get built?
I don't know, but it don't matter to me simply because she's mentioning two different events that her people were behind.
Yep.
What outside influence caused this, AOC? You said the higher ups. Who? Okay, let's do another one here.
Yeah, and the reason I was asking what year was it made, because then I want to try to tie it together. Like, okay, who was president?
1955.
All right, who was president in 1955? Who was it? I don't remember.
Find out right now.
Yeah. All right, let's do a little digging so we can talk about who was in charge. I mean,
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Harry Truman was 45 to 53. Dwight Eisenhower was 53 to 61. He's a Republican. And then 61 to 63 was Kennedy. So is she saying that while the powers that be, meaning Eisenhower, was the one behind it?
That's pretty much what she's saying.
Eisenhower was the one behind all of this? Okay, let me ask then, can the president affect local policies on that level? No.
Ooh. No.
No. Why do you think Biden is fighting people like Florida right now? Because he has no say there. What upper powers are you talking about? Look,
now she's talking about lobbyists and big money and all that. Okay, say they are. That's the power you're talking about. But blame your leaders at the time at the state level for listening to these lobbyists, because they can push them away and say, hey, we're not going to do that. But greed got involved, and this is why things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who she's trying to blame this on. I'm trying to figure this out.
That was even before her time.
Right.
As diverse communities move in, whiter and more affluent communities fled. And landlords all around this very park started setting fire to their own buildings.
She's honest there.
Often with families inside.
Often with families inside? That you AOC, listen, bro, listen. I want people to understand what she just said and listen to how racist it is, right? She is saying that the Bronx was thriving because who were there?
White people.
Okay. She said when white people left, because immigrants were coming in, the town went to pot. But
you know what she's trying to? You know what she's trying to correlate,
right?
Yeah. You know what she's trying to tie it to? Think about it. Black Wall Street.
Oh,
she ain't gonna be able to catch it that kind of too far.
Hey, she can go too far. I'm just saying.
I'm
she's
confused. If your mayor and your governor were all Democrat, okay, why would they need to burn buildings down to keep people out when they're trying to make money? Unless you're trying to tell me that white people are the only ones that can make any money and make any ends meet and make buildings happen and make the place lucrative. You're trying to say that black people can't?
I mean,
kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, AOC. I heard you. I heard you.
This is where we come from. This is our history.
And
our borough burns. Our borough burns.
While your Democrats watched on. Okay, I hear you.
Yep. Burned by the matches set by racism.
Oh my gosh.
I agree. I agree. Burned by the matches of racism. Your party.
Oh.
You said it.
I mean,
yep.
She said it.
By greed and corruption of our politics.
Oh, yeah.
And while the Bronx may have burned then, in the 50 years since, we have been steadily grinding and building our borough back, brick by brick, in the name of justice, in the name of equity, in the name of community, in the vision that we believe is best for our future. NYCHA tenants, union leaders, mothers of the incarcerated, environmental justice organizers, the NAACP, our churches, Black associations, and brick by brick, they built Banana Kelly, they built Mitchell Lama, they built Barretto Point Park, they built Casita Maria for us, by us.
Casita Maria.
Boo-boo.
Hold on.
She went boo-boo on us, guys.
Is the Bronx functional or not right now?
It's broken.
So she's bragging about stuff that she said they fixed, but you need to fix it more?
Yeah.
Which is it bad and you need to fix it, or did you actually build it for you and build it back better and it's good now? Which one is it?
Yes.
I can't figure it out.
Us by us. Ask anyone in New York City. Ask anyone in New York City. The Bronx is built different. We are built different. There is a reason why 8 years ago, when the first major Jewish candidate for president, a democratic socialist, no less,
Bernie?
When he came to New York, in a historic stop, he came to this park. In this place, there is a reason.
Tell me.
I was in that park. I was in that crowd on that day. And there is a reason why 2 years later, after that rally, the youngest woman in American history was elected to Congress.
What? Okay, what does
She was-
any of that have to do with her journey?
Well,
Absolutely.
Is she Jewish
nothing.
now? Is she Jewish now?
She might as well. Might as well be. She changes up whenever
Yeah,
she
that's true.
wants.
I'm
If
gonna
she
assume
wasn't-
she's talking about Bernie, right? She's talking about Bernie.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's-
is, but
Okay.
also remember, she was primaried into her position. She wasn't voted in.
Thank you. And I don't know what's so good about Bernie Sanders. You said right off the top that he is a socialist. And how is that going to help New York?
It doesn't.
Oh,
It's
I
making-
know how it's going to help New York. Unions.
Yeah.
Ah,
Would you
okay.
also include super PACs like the NAACP and
Yes, yes. But continue, horse.
And there is a reason why she was a Puerto Rican waitress from the Bronx.
Why?
There is a reason that this borough sent me to Congress. There's a reason why this borough sent Jamaal Bowman to Congress.
Why?
There is a reason why they sent him a school principal. That's right, Bowman, Bowman.
Oh my God.
But why?
Cringe.
There is a reason. There is a reason why this borough sent a school principal, the son of a single mother who grew up in public housing.
I hope you hear this. We ain't saying it.
Mm-hmm.
We are not saying it. What exactly is that supposed to tell you? They're promoting that lifestyle.
Mhm.
Yep.
They're promoting it to Black America. If I were told that particular lifestyle bred is wonderful, dude, why would I not enhance myself to that position? I would love to be a single mom.
Exactly.
I might have me a kid just like Jamaal Bowman. He gonna pull fire alarms everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be a fire alarm pulling fool. I tell you what.
I mean, they
Jamaal
did the
fire
same.
puller, huh?
They did the same thing with Barack Obama. He was raised by a single mom. His
Single
dad
mom-
wasn't in the picture. They
Thank
did
you.
the same thing. They pushed the same way. So you're right. They're pushing this. Look what single mothers produce in the Black community. They produce presidents. They produce congressmen. They produce senators. They produce this, that, and the other. So you're right. They are pushing that.
They're weird, man.
Who later founded one of the most recognized middle schools in the South Bronx from the South Bronx. There's a reason why this borough sent Jamaal Bowman to Congress.
What's the reason though?
And there's a reason why we will defend him on Tuesday.
Okay, why?
Because we are built different.
Oh,
That's why? Wait, that's why?
that's
Yeah, because they're built different.
Okay, so okay. Oh my gosh. So there's a reason why AOC was primaried.
Mhm.
She was sent to Congress from the 14th district. There's a reason why Jamaal Bowman was sent, because he grew up as a single mother outcome, because the Bronx is built differently.
Mhm.
That's the reason. Am I on drugs?
No, she is. She is. I think you're. I don't think you are, but I'm pretty sure she is.
You're getting
I'm just making-
secondhand high, is what you're getting.
Yeah.
You're getting secondhand high. Okay.
We know what it means to go toe to toe and stare down a barrel of big money. We know what it means to face long odds, because all our odds are always long odds, and that has never stopped us. It never will stop us.
Long odds. What is a long odd? Anybody know what a long odd is?
No.
That comes straight out of that Kamala Harris dictionary.
one.
So we're gonna have to look that up. That's a Kamala Harrisism.
It is.
Is that the English translation of Old Lang Syne? Is that
I don't know.
long, lady, long?
We know political intimidation.
Do you?
We know hardship.
Mm.
We know all of the reasons why we should not succeed, and yet we do anyway.
What's the reason you shouldn't succeed?
Real quick question, Marlon.
Mhm.
Why does the Bronx? Oh, good segue. Why does the Bronx know hardship? We've been saying it the whole show.
Her fault. Her people.
That's why you guys have hardship. Oh my God, man!
Was a teacher in the South Bronx, and he is under attack by the same forces that I mentioned earlier that ripped our borough apart.
No.
Wait.
Hold on. Hold on. AOC.
Marlon, you want to go or should I?
No, go. You go. Now you go.
Okay, all right. So Jamaal Bowman is facing the exact same opposition from the very powers that did all of this to the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
That's his team.
That's it.
And didn't he go up against another Democrat? A Democrat? That's his own team. So you're saying that your own team is against you? Huh?
Guys, I swear I'm not on medication.
This reminds me of that beef between Elmo and Rocco. Rocco's a rock.
Oh my God!
Hey, happy birthday, Rocco. Gordon. Not now, Zoe. Not now. Gordon, Rocco's a rock.
Lord have mercy.
I swear I'm not on drugs.
I wonder if she went back and actually watched this and listened to herself and just had that moment of clarity. Like,
no,
you're being gracious. You're being gracious.
Yeah. Again, no, there's no such thing.
No. All right, I take it back. No, she did it.
He got his, but same people. Elmo knows. Elmo knows all. AOC, right?
Ooh.
We should elect Rocco.
And at some point, people were talking about her running for president.
Oh, please, please.
Gosh,
no.
I will go to Korea if that be the case.
Me too.
Yeah.
Take me with you.
Corruption. And why is our political establishment doing that? Because Jamaal Bowman dared to speak up for Palestinians.
Wait. Political establishment, she said? Right? I heard that right?
Yeah. Hold on. Didn't he... So because Bowman is pro-Palestine is why he won't win this time, or why is he facing backlash? Or because I'm pretty sure he faced backlash long before the war happened in Israel.
Yes, he did.
I'm pretty sure it was because of his own stupidity by pulling the fire alarm because he was getting nothing done. What does the establishment have to do with that, and his support of Palestine have to do with his history?
And his demise started when he aligned himself with the Squad.
Thank you.
But even still, maybe I'm just being uneducated and stupid right now. But political establishment, that's his team.
That's his team. And look, Buck, I don't know what the Palestinians have to do with us. I don't know, especially Bronx. What does the Palestine conflict have to do with the Bronx? Your whole speech, AOC, is about supporting and helping and uplifting the Bronx and becoming better.
Mm-hmm.
You're now saying that the guy that you want to be in charge is pro-Palestine. That's your reasoning for keeping him in power, because he's pro-Palestine? Come on, people. How's that going to help the Bronx?
And she's telling you right there, she doesn't care about the Bronx. She only cares about people halfway across the world. And people are still over there cheering for it. I would sit back and be like, why are we talking about Palestine? Why are we talking about AIPAC? I want to know what's going on here, like right here in my neighborhood, in this borough. But she's showing you she doesn't care because she's in it for big money too. Yep, self-interest.
Look, this is some crazy stuff to me.
Where are we at? We're
crazy stuff to me. Let her continue real quick before you go to
7 minutes
Jamaal.
of this.
Yeah, hey, I'm not listening to the rest of the 7 minutes because we got to get to Bowman.
Yeah, that idiot.
Because he dared to join us and become one of the first members of Congress to call for a ceasefire in Gaza.
But you're in the Bronx. The people of the Bronx need help, not the Palestinians.
I'm pretty sure that
Hamas will take care of them. That's Hamas's people. You live here.
Yeah.
And what you should be mad about is the government that you're backing taking Bronx money and sending it over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Israel or any other place. It's not coming to the Bronx. That's what you should be mad about.
And earlier she was talking about them taking money from the boroughs, right?
And now she's praising it.
Now she's praising taking that money and sending it to something that she wants, that she stands by. But the people in the Bronx don't stand by that. As a matter of fact, she should be calling for a ceasefire in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Go figure. I'm just saying.
The establishment is primarying Jamaal Bowman because to this day, he has refused to take a dime from corporate lobbies and big money.
Cap.
Okay.
Cap.
Okay.
Not Wall Street, not big real estate, not APAC, not anybody.
What about Big War?
They want him out because he's not bought.
That's a lie.
Anybody. Because he knows that his primary fidelity and duty is to our community, our people, our towns, to White Plains, to New Rochelle, to Yonkers, to Rye, to Tuckahoe, to Co-op City. He knows those are the people that we must center at all and any cost because Jamaal Bowman is for the children.
What?
She said, she talked about Hamas, then she talked about who he stands for. So is it the people of those boroughs of that district, or is it Hamas? Which one is it? Which one is it? I'm confused.
I'm so confused by that speech.
I feel like I'm on drugs. I swear I've never taken anything.
She covered everything and nothing all at once.
How do you do that?
How do you cover every talking point and none of them at the same time?
Oh my God.
I know we call her stupid and horse, but that's some serious skill. I will give her credit. That's a skill.
He is for the Palestinians. The corporations are against us. He doesn't take a dime from them, but he's backing a different country, and that's why we need to vote for him for the Bronx.
Make sense.
Nope,
No,
the line doesn't. Nope, line doesn't line up at all.
I'm not following that bouncing ball at all.
And I still don't know why the fire was mentioned when y'all were the ones that started it. Like well, you know what? But it's par for the course because they did slavery and they blame everybody else for it.
Yeah, that's true. Jim Crow, slavery, segregation,
segregation, colored fountains. That was all Democrats. So I guess they're par for the course.
Wait a minute.
Here's
Wouldn't the whole cross Bronx expressway thing be a form of redlining because it split the Bronx in half?
There you go. I wonder who did that one.
Robert, the mayor at the time was a Robert.
Was a blue guy, right? Was it? He was in the Blue Man Group.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you watch Jamaal Bowman, what he's doing, he's trying to flex his muscles as a black man, right?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. Hey, Mike, let me see your muscles. Look at that. See? No, Lee's wearing sweater. He ain't gonna show his muscle.
No.
I can do it too. See?
I know. Look, middle-aged men too. We look better than him. We're older than him too. Guarantee we're older than him.
Looking like a hairless Santa Claus. Look at you, like a burnt Santa Claus. Look at you. Wheel you out on stage trying to run, but everything else flowing around. Come on now. Let's hear what he sound like.
APAC is scared to death. That is why they are spending record amounts of money in this race. Because they are afraid they have already lost. Because the district, the American people, and the world are with us.
Are they?
They are in this race.
The world.
Because we call for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. And we're going to keep calling for a permanent ceasefire. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Oh my God.
Ceasefire now!
Hype it up.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
I don't know what that has to do with the Bronx.
And why did he pick up the stool? About these
'Cause he-
Morgan Wallen stuff?
No, he
Or the-
couldn't find his stool. He couldn't
Oh.
grab regular stool. He has to grab a figurative stool.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you're full of stool, that's the only thing you got to do is, you know.
Why did I know you were going to go there?
He's carrying it around to tell people, I'm full of stool. I'm full of stool. I'm full of stool.
And you know what kills me about these actors that we call politicians like this? Look how he's dressed. You know, I get it. You know, it's hot. But as a professional, as a representative, you should carry yourself a certain way, I think, at all times.
But he is.
So what he's dressing a certain way to be edgy, to try to say, hey, look, I'm like you guys. I have my Walmart t-shirt on and my Walmart basketball shorts, and I'm just trying to be just like you guys when he's nothing like them.
I love him. I just love the fact that he's embracing his stool. That's really good.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get this to a higher quality. That's as high as it goes. Okay.
Right now,
Oh, yeah. Slam that down.
we are not going to stand silent while U.S. tax dollars kills babies and women and children.
That's your team.
Hold on.
Well, Marlon, I think we're thinking the same thing. Go for it.
Okay, go ahead.
So U.S. tax dollars that are killing babies, right?
Yes.
So doesn't he support abortion? Which U.S. tax dollars use?
Hey, look.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
different. That's different.
Oh, it's
those are
American
black
babies.
You can
Yeah,
kill
black
black
babies.
babies all you want.
Yeah.
Palestinian babies, you can't do that.
Oh,
Negro babies, kill them all you want.
Oh,
In fact, up to 9 months, you want to kill them.
Yep.
And not only that, if they're getting killed on the street, make sure that happens too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's his team.
His team.
Oh my God.
I can see that Lee is like he's stuck in a pinball where he's going because you can't get out of this loop. It's an endless loop. It's an endless loop.
That's his team.
You can't make this up. You cannot make this up.
I'm pretty sure his team's the one that approved all that funding. I mean, it's part of the right did, but though we don't count them, they're rhinos. But I'm pretty sure the majority of his team approved all that funding to bomb.
His team.
Those are his people.
That is wow.
That is
That's
a major
impressive.
cognitive dissonance.
That is interesting. I'm trying to read your comment with an open mind, so I'm going to ask you one question. What was George Washington?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ask you to tell me what George Washington was.
Yeah.
If you can tell me, just tell me what he actually was. If you can remember correctly, what was he actually deemed? And then you tell me if his presidency should have been erased. Just tell me what George Washington, what he was. I'll be happy to hear from you, please.
And while she's doing that, you know, I don't want to get off topic, but people like that come in here thinking they're doing something, like they're going to sway the way somebody votes by throwing out that he's a so-called convicted felon.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter. He can have 1,000 felonies. We still gonna vote for him, some of us. So you can say what you got to say.
I just want an answer about what George Washington was. That's all.
Oh, there you go.
I wish the evidence in Trump's federal indictment for trying to overturn the election was not so damaging and incriminating. Just the phone transcripts alone are enough to convict him for felonies, but they weren't, and there's not what convicted him. So again, I'm asking you again.
She's
I know you probably won't answer the question. What was George Washington?
And before you answer that, use your own brain. It's called critical thinking, free thinking.
Hey, look.
Stop regurgitating mainstream talking points.
So you tell me you're not going to answer the question, right? You just come in here to talk Democrat talking points. I noticed that you're not talking about what AOC was talking about. I realize you can't do that because if you did, then you'd have to admit that your party was the party of slavery and we're the party that burned down the Bronx, right? That's what you'd have to admit. So again, what was George Washington?
Deflection isn't a flex, so this is.
I just want to know what George Washington was.
Yeah,
come on, Ashley.
Just tell me. It's
Also,
not
how about-
difficult.
Yeah, how about talking about how Biden took a shower with his daughter? You don't want to talk about that, though. That's been proven.
So you're not. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not talking to you anymore because you're not having a conversation. You're just here to spam.
Just another month.
You're just spamming stuff. But
Just
one more thing. Spam one more thing and see what happens.
Just
Go ahead.
left wing.
Don't answer the
Ashley.
question. Just
Stand
spam
on
it
business.
and see what happens.
Stand
I'll
on
let
business, Ashley. Come on.
Freaking
You can do it.
tambourine playing.
Do it.
Here we go.
My opponent supports genocide.
Kind of like your party.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like your party has done to the tune of 20 million black babies. Ain't that kind of weird?
They're
You see,
fetuses, Marlon.
In a normal world, you kill 20 million people, that would cause for a war crime, and that would put you at in the noose. That's what that would do. When you promote the death of 20 million people, that would normally put you in death row.
Mhm.
But for some reason, the Democrats get a pass for it and call it healthcare.
Yep.
If you see, when Hitler did it, it wasn't healthcare. That was genocide and murder. Mao Zedong, same thing. But healthcare, women's reproductive rights to the tune of 20 million dead people. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's kind of odd that you don't call that genocide. But you go to a foreign country where they've been doing it since the 1800s, and that's where you want to focus on. Okay.
My opponent and AIPAC are the ones destroying our democracy.
What? Okay, hang on. Are you talking about Palestine or here now? Which one is it?
I'm confused.
How or what's happening in Palestine and in Israel destroying democracy here when we're not even we're a republic?
Yeah.
What? You see, they have to throw the buzzwords out, and once the buzzwords are out, they then have to try and function around the buzzwords and putting string around it to tie it together.
Yeah.
Hey, just because I was curious, Jamaal Bowman, you want to know who contributed to his campaign in the
Please
last
tell us.
year? Jordan Real Estate Investments, ePlanet Capital, UC Hastings Law School, Vistaprint, and JP Morgan Chase and Company.
Oh, so all the entities he says that should be taxed, he's getting money from.
Yeah.
Big banks and all that stuff.
Each to the tune of at least $10,000 to $16,000 a pop from each of these.
Ain't that kind of weird?
That's very weird.
I thought you wanted to end corporate shilling and end the corporate influence over Washington, but you're taking it from them people. You're taking money from them. Why would JP Morgan want to back Jamaal Bowman? Who was JP Morgan behind? Epstein. Oh.
That guy.
Ain't that weird? JP Morgan, Epstein, JP Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Wait, coincidence, right, Mr. Coincidence?
And it is on us. It is on all of us to save our democracy.
There's that buzzword.
And save our collective humanity. Because this race is about our collective humanity.
Another buzzword.
Shout out to my man Zoran in the building. Shout out to Zoran in the building. Shout out to the first Bowman for Congress field director Bianca in the building. Where's Bianca at? Shout out to Bianca in the building. This race is about our common humanity. It's about the beauty of our humanity. It's about the grace of our humanity. It's about the love of each other and the love of our humanity. That is what this is about. And so, we cannot let AIPAC or anyone else take our humanity.
I'm finding it weird that you harp on humanity, but you don't think about the word humanity when it's a baby. Oh, okay. If it's a Palestinian baby, that's different. That's different. Even if
But
it's
Marlon-
an Israeli baby, it's
But Marlon, they don't think it's a baby; it's a fetus.
it's a fetus, yeah.
a zygote, a zygote, whatever they name.
Professor, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You in the front.
What does any of that have to do with the Bronx?
Still trying to figure it out.
Absolutely nothing. And you're going to see why it had absolutely nothing to do with it, because the outcome.
I'm trying to answer this question, but I just can't. I don't.
But we've discussed it on this show before. You see this all the time with these politicians. You'll have somebody in New York worrying about what the hell's going on in Florida, or you'll have somebody in Florida worried about what's going on in California. They need to focus on their districts and figure out how they're going to fix their districts. Why are you worried about what's going on in Israel or Palestine or Ukraine or other states? Your focus needs to be there. Whatever's happening on the outside, let the big dog at the top, whoever it is, handle that. You handle that. That's your realm right there. That's what you focus on. But they focus on things that they have no control over.
I'm just surprised that the person that was chiming in before couldn't answer the question about George Washington. Probably because you don't know history. That might be why you didn't want to answer that. And you didn't get the talking point from your shills yet. So I get why you dipped out so quick once we asked that question. But let's get one thing straight about the people that came here at the onset of the United States. They were ousted from England, right? Okay. So they were traitors. In case people forgot, and they started one of the best and most productive communities ever on the planet. One of the most successful countries ever to launch outside the Roman Empire.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't being a traitor a capital crime?
That's a crime. Yeah, it's usually a crime. Usually
met with the death penalty.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of weird, isn't it? You said we have never done it, but we have.
Yes,
multiple times. So not quite sure what you mean by we've never done that. So I mean, just look, I understand that you don't like. I'm not saying that I'm going to vote for him. I'm just saying, but you don't seem to understand what he was even convicted for. I mean, you're able to tell us what they told you to say, but you can't answer certain questions. But I digress. These two idiots.
But real quick, Marlon, you know what it is funny is that not once did we mention Trump.
No.
So they're the ones that have the true Trump derangement syndrome. And you see this all the time. Democrats will talk about Trump. We don't even talk about him like that unless something big is happening.
But we're not even talking about the presidency. We're not
even talking about it. Yeah.
This is not even about the president. We mentioned the presidents that were in charge at the time of what AOC was talking about, but we're not even talking about Trump or Biden right now.
Nope.
Why does Trump have to come up in there? We're talking about these two fools.
Yeah.
We will tomorrow, though.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is this, right? Jamaal Bowman, he failed. Plain and simple, he failed. And so what we're going to watch now is what happened as a result of this so-called rally. What happened because of the rally? Shall we find out? Let's find out.
Let's go.
Full instinct to protect.
A major shakeup in Congress as a progressive leader in the House is out of a job this morning. Two-term New York Democratic Congressman and squad member Jamaal Bowman losing his primary Tuesday to centrist candidate George Latimer. Decision Desk HQ projects Bowman to be the first Democratic incumbent to lose a House primary in this election cycle. With 93% of the ballots counted, Latimer now leads by more than 15 points. News Nation's Nick Smith joining us now. Nick, this race has really divided Democrats across the country, not just New York.
Not just New York. Right. It is for anyone who's been watching the Israel-Hamas war play out, right? But Decision Desk HQ tells us that we definitely have a winner. Hannah, that was one of the major reasons that this race became the most expensive House primary in American history. And it's also become our first glimpse at how the ongoing Democratic infighting over Israel's war in Gaza may translate at the ballot box. Backing Bowman were more than a dozen fellow House Democrats, including squad members AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Cori Bush, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, House Speaker Hakeem Jeffries, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren, and Independent Senator Bernie Sanders. While Latimer was endorsed by New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer, several former House members, including Eliot Engel, who Bowman unseated in the 2020 primary. But perhaps the biggest endorsement came from former Secretary Hillary Clinton and the powerful pro-Israeli group AIPAC. Shortly after the results were confirmed, AIPAC congratulating Latimer on X for his, quote, resounding victory over an anti-Israel detractor. Politico reported earlier this year the powerful super PAC is expected to spend $100 million this election cycle, opposing what they describe as anti-Israel candidates. That includes a reported $14 million on TV ads spent during this election opposing Bowman. Here's what we know about Latimer, who now advances to November's general election. He's been in public office since 1987 when he won a seat on the city council in Rye, New York, and served as both a New York State assemblyman and a senator before taking over as the Westchester County executive in 2018. And he's characterized Hamas as a terrorist organization that simply cannot be negotiated with. Now, AIPAC says that after last night's 100% of the candidates endorsed by pro-Israel group have won their primary races in 2024, a total of 90 candidates so far. So, Hannah, this is something that we will, of course, continue to watch.
Yeah, so
Now, understand this. The infighting amongst the Democrats are all around the ability for them to want to bring about socialism. Okay, that'll be their fight, and I'm glad that they're infighting about that. Please continue to infight and destroy each other from the inside. I cannot wait to see the implosion of the Democrat Party by allowing these woke progressives to in there. Even though you were racist before, now you're just not racist alone. You're retarded and racist. you got a bad combination, and I hope you guys infight till there's no more of you left. I cannot wait for that to happen. But what you're seeing here is a complete deviation from the Democrats, and they're leaving because they're focused on other countries and not the Bronx. The people voted this way because they don't want to have this conversation about our money going overseas.
That's right.
Even though they're still voting blue, they're voting against the one fool that's not going to take their hard-earned cash and send it to some foreign country to save their children while their children over here are dying.
Yep.
You said as much on stage, Bowman. You said that you didn't care because you want to send all the messaging to the Palestinians. We're all about the Palestinians. What about the Bronx? Well, yeah, but we're about the Palestinians. Last time I checked, you're running for an office in the United States. That's the last time I checked. But I don't see why you're so interested in other people's problems when you can't solve it with money. You can't solve it with guns. You tried that before. It's been ongoing for 40, 50 years now. You cannot solve their problems with money or guns. You're increasing the problems with money and guns.
Yep.
Which is why we need to stay out of it. If they want to wipe each other off the planet, let them.
I agree.
Let them do their problems to themselves. We don't need to join into that. We don't need to supply them with guns, money, or backing. We don't need to back either one. Let them do them.
And we don't need to be shamed into backing them.
Yeah,
Americans shouldn't feel no way for being shamed for backing a foreign war, because half these countries that we're being shamed to back would not back us if something happened here.
That part.
And also, it's a trend. You're starting to see people walking away from this wokeism, this progressive Marxist ideology, the radical left. You're starting to see people kind of step back away from it, and you're seeing it worldwide. And I'm telling you, come November, you're going to see a huge shift in the political spectrum. There's going to be a lot more moderates that get in there. A lot of these rhinos are going to get voted out or retired. You're going to get a lot more younger moderates that win these elections.
Canada's already facing this anti-liberal sentiments with their politics shifting. And I mean, you saw it in Brazil. Who's the guy that took over? Was it Argentina or
Argentina? Yeah, Venezuela. One of those countries. South America. I know who you're talking.
Yeah, some South American country voted in a libertarian. I think Italy is. I mean, just the shift is happening away from this liberal leftist mentality because people are sick and tired of it.
Yep.
And they should be. They should be completely tired of it. It's about time we get sick and tired, fed up with this. We're going to watch his concession speech to close out.
Cue the small violin.
Did he cry?
It's a big old violin. You ready?
Let's go.
Christina.
Number one. It's coming. Why you mess it up, yo? Why you mess it up? Damn, I'm in the zone up here. Before I get to that.
Oh my God,
He's
man.
so
Why is
big
he a
mad.
clown?
He is so big mad that he's trying to tell people in the back to shut up. You got to tell them. I thought they were your friends. Weren't you banking on them for your vote? How they messing up your vibe? They're just there to support you. Why you dogging them? You kind of weird, bro. You kind of weird.
Because and on that point, Marlon, why is he dogging him? Because he never cared about him.
Not once.
Yeah, he's showing right there that he didn't care about him. This is why he got up there and dogged him instead of getting up there being humble, saying, "Hey, thank you for coming out. We did our best. I really appreciate you guys. I'm still from here. I'm still going to support the community any way I can." But no, he gets up there and throws a jab, a shot, because he never really cared about him.
All I want to say is that he don't really care about us. Well, tomorrow we will be live with the debate, if that's what you want to call it. I don't think it'll be a debate. I think it'll be a one-sided event. They're going to try and force Trump to argue, and they're going to come up with, they're going to have 2 against 1. And anyway, in either case, we'll be covering it. We'll be streaming it live, but not here. CNN has already issued a warning to any podcasters on YouTube that dare stream their services, that they will be issuing strikes to them. So CNN saying that.
Yep.
So in order to keep this channel, we're going to stream it on Rumble. So if you want to see it, you have to tune in to the Rumble channel.
Will it be on X too? Because Elon Musk is pushing back, I think.
Still can't. There's no link right now to link up X to the platform we use right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, and on Rumble, please, there's an app. You can download the app and also log into Rumble. If you have the app, you're going to get the alerts every single time, just like a YouTube app. So download the app, go to our channel, and hit the same notification button. That way, I don't mind answering questions about the link, but just download the app and you'll get it. You'll get the notification just like any other app. So Marlon dropped the link in the chat. Save the link, save whatever you got to save, because once we start, just know we're going to be on Rumble. Don't come to the YouTube channel because we're not going to be here.
What time's the debate?
Is it 7?
Double check. I think it's 7 Eastern. Might be.
If I can find it.
All right. The first debate is going to be the 27th. What time? 9 p.m. Eastern.
It'll run for an hour.
9 p.m. Eastern. Okay.
So it'll be
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 here. Okay. Same time almost. Yep. Well, no.
Yeah, so CNN is going to be issuing all kinds of problems with that. They don't want nobody streaming it. They have a problem with it. So the reason that they're doing it because they don't want people having an alternate view of things. They need to be able to curtail and control the messaging.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, we're still going to end up saying what we want to say anyway. I'm going to drop the link to the channel one more time so y'all have it. And when you come across it, this is what it'll look like on Rumble. Okay, this is our page. Here you go. These are our videos.
To it if you haven't already.
These are our lives. Okay, go grab it, check it out. There's our criminal on the boat right there.
The traitor.
The traitor to the crown. He's on there. So make sure you put this on there. Get your go to the app, set your alarms. I'm going to set up the show later tonight. I can only do 24 hours out. So just know that I'm going to set it up tonight around in the next 2 hours or so. So look for it then and make sure you click that notification. You see that little bell over here? You click that and it'll say no or yes. You want it to have it open like that.
Yep.
So you get notifications. You see here, notifications. It'll tell me if I have any. That's what you want. To set it up so it'll tell you when things are coming on. Get that.
And also the Rumble app looks like that. You can see it if you can see it.
No.
Oh. Well, the Rumble app, it almost looks like the YouTube app, but it's green.
It's green.
Yeah, it's green and it says Rumble. So
just
go to the App Store, download it.
Let me see if I can have it see a little clearer.
Yeah, mine is the lighting.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a green play button. Okay. Like
Yep.
a green play button. You'll see it right there. You see
Yep.
it? Rumble. It says
Yep,
Rumble
to the
right
right.
there. That's what you want. Okay. It's a green little play button. Looks almost like the YouTube logo, but green.
Should we make
Yeah,
this into a
that's the
drinking
best way I
game?
can say it. Huh?
Should we make this into a drinking game?
No, because I'd be dead by the second round, man. You'd be
No fun.
poisoned, bro. You'd be poisoned.
No, you can drink. We'll just watch you get all.
You're gonna be dead, bro. But okay, I'll give you 3 shots. 3 shots. Oh no, 3
All right.
gaffs in, you'd be dead.
Let's say he's gonna say felon, convicted felon,
Yeah.
insurrectionist.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say
January
classified
6th.
document. January 6th.
You're gonna say rape.
Rape. Yeah, he's gonna bring all that up. So
He's gonna bring it all up.
But if-
Hold on, be ready. Hold on.
if Trump was an OG, triple OG, he needs to bring up the fact that Biden took a shower with his daughter. That's what I would say.
I hope he does it.
I would.
I hope he does
like-
it.
I would say it. I
We
would
got to
say
get something that'll make him, trip up. And once he trips up, he won't be able to stop tripping up.
Yeah. How much drugs do you think they're gonna pump him with?
Oh,
A ton.
Adderall.
His eyes are gonna be like this, and
Yep.
you're gonna hear him talking super fast.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna
Yeah.
talk super fast.
Mhm.
It's gonna be crazy. In
And it'll
either
be
case,
incoherent. So.
we'll be there tomorrow. Look out for the. We're not going to even remotely go live
Word.
on YouTube. Okay, we're
Yeah.
not going to be live at all on YouTube. It's
Or
going to be
Facebook.
Rumble. It's going to be not even on Facebook.
Yeah.
Just Rumble.
Mhm.
I want people to be aware of that, so you don't get confused and go looking on YouTube, and then you say I didn't find it. You will not find it on YouTube because we're not going to risk getting the strike when we could just do it on Rumble.
Right.
Hey, Marlon, real quick, can you show them how to navigate on our YouTube page to get to the Rumble link?
Yes, I can.
Instead, because people see the link, but I don't think people understand that you got to click the banner up top and it takes you over. They're kind of so you
Okay,
guys,
so
if
let's
you go
do
to
that.
the YouTube, if you go to the YouTube channel, it's going to show you how to navigate the YouTube channel. It's real easy.
All right,
One
this is it here, right? This is our channel, our YouTube channel, right?
Mhm.
If you go to the more links, you'll see it right there.
click. Mm-hmm.
Rumble. See? Just above our store. So on the main page, you will see the words his Instagram and 3 more links. You click on that, and Rumble is right there. Can't really miss it if you just go to the main page.
Nope.
Yep.
Okay, can't miss it. 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern. We're probably going to start about a half hour early so we can just get, shooting the breeze, catching up, so you guys have time to get in.
Situated.
So let's say 8:30 Eastern is when we'll start. Okay, we'll start at 8:30 Eastern. Do not miss it. Please do not miss it. 8:30 Eastern. Sharp.
Be there
Here.
or be square.
Okay, on Savage Patriots on Rumble. Do not miss it. We will be there. Friday is Famous Fridays, and we do have a topic already, so join us then as well.
Are we rumbling Saturday?
What's that?
Marlon.
Are we rumbling Saturday?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Marlon, retro. Did you take a look at that shirt?
I did not find. I'm waiting to hear back from what's they call those people? Teespring.
Yeah.
But I will. I'll yes, ma'am. I will get back to you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I called her ma'am in the email. She's like, "You're funny."
I hate it when people call me sir. I'm like, man, I ain't that.
Sorry,
dang old,
ma'am.
man.
Sorry,
Quit
ma'am.
calling me sir.
I do it just because it's a term of respect.
Yeah,
Quit
my
calling me
apologies,
sir.
ma'am. I'll make sure I get that information right back to you, ma'am, as soon as possible, ma'am. I
Yes,
promise,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's ma'am, not
Yes, ma'am.
sir. It's ma'am.
It's ma'am. That's
Ah.
hilarious.
Woo. Anyway, we'll
What
get you
can I
guys
bring
on the
to the
flip
rally?
side.
My
Don't
brain
miss
is fried.
don't miss the Rumble event on tomorrow, please. Don't set an alarm on your phone or something in case. Mr. Lee.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. And we'll see y'all tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. on the Rumble.
Peace.
Peace out.
War